But again, guys, welcome to stream. Hope you're all doing very well. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get right into it, chat. As I said, doing a spoiler review from Dragon Ball Clone Evolution. Then afterwards, going to be moving on to Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Might also play some Apex Legends, because I might finish Ori tonight. I'm not sure. I did a little off-stream gameplay for Ori, mostly just doing some of the side quests, upgrading. So I'm pretty powerful at this point. So I got a whole bunch of energy cells, a whole bunch of health cells, so I'll be able to take on whatever the goddamn world of Nguyen is going to throw at me, chat. We're going to save Ku, goddammit. Not going to take her away from me. Absolutely not. Remember, Diego. Sorry, I'm a little bummed out. I thought this would be the year where I'm more optimistic about socially. Now, yeah. Now it's like, no, get away from me. Don't touch me, man. It's like that. It's kind of like that. I mean, you can socialize online, reach out to people that way. You know, hey, being able to talk to you guys this way has been amazing. Seriously. Just the wonderful interactions, discussions, the conversations me having, the suggestions for the stream, and the fun reviews. Like, that's been a blast to do. So it's been great to get to know all of you through this. You know, I feel like I'm learning more about you guys with every single stream, so thank you again. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying all these. It's been a blast to do, seriously. Thank you, Stranger Shoe. February 2, went to Costco today. They were out of the TP. Hand sanitizer, face mask, flour, rice, but gas is $1.74. That's what shit. Wow, $1.74, under $2. That's cool. So you can drive to the other grocery store. The year of the introvert, it is, JT. The year of the introvert and the year movies died. The summer movie season is dead, chat. It really is. Fucking streaming services are just, they're like, pretty much. It's nuts. No pasta sauce. You know, funny enough, Stranger Shoe, when I went grocery shopping to pick up more things, all the pasta sauce was gone except for a couple. I got some good ones. I got like a black olive capers pasta, which I never had before. It's like, that might be good. That might be good. So I have that eventually, because I already have some pasta in my pantry I never used, both the string noodles and just like some of the bow ones. So I got that, so that'll be good. But that's later. That's when I'm all out of food, chat. All I have is the pasta and no water to boil it in. Just munching on hard pasta. Won't be good. But chat, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. As I said, I am obligated to review films for you, whether they be bad or good, and tonight's film is Dragon Ball. Actually, there's no colon after. I just add the colon to it. It's just Dragon Ball Evolution. DBE, if you will, chat. And this film came out in 2009. Directed by James Wan. I don't know what else he's done. I don't know who he is. Let me see what other films he's done. He's done... Wow, okay, well apparently, chat, he did the original Final Destination, Final Destination the 1, Willard, Final Destination 3, Black Christmas, and Dragon Ball Evolution was his last movie, apparently. So that was the end. He was like, okay, you cannot make movies anymore after this. And it's like, you know what? Kind of a fair punishment, honestly. I can see why some studios would be like, yeah, we have no confidence in you to do anything else. So this killed this man's career, chat. You know, listen, guys. This is the kind of film where it's an adaptation of an anime, a live-action adaptation of an anime. Everything you'd expect for them to fail at, they fail at repeatedly. And we'll get into it in a hot second. You know, the film cost, they had a production budget of $30 million, and you can fucking tell. Because they just didn't spend any money on this thing. They didn't care. They didn't care at all. Everything, every key blast, every fight sequence, it just looks terrible. Honestly, chat, I'll say this. I thought the last Airbender had a $150 million budget. And it looked better than Dragon Ball Evolution. Like this in Dragon Ball Evolution, it's some After Effects nonsense. When they do the key blast and all that, any of the fight sequences. Even when you got a guy like Chow Yun-Fat, who's known for fighting in movies, the kung fu and everything, the karate and all that, chat, he looks terrible doing it. Because it's the kind of thing where they're working with actors who don't know how to fight. And they're fucking editing so much and so many dynamic camera angles that you can't really tell what's going on. Or it's that really just shitty computerized, like that's clearly not the actor. You just superimposed his face onto another body or something. And you're seeing him do all these moves and it just fucking looks stilted and terrible. It looks that bad, yeah. But the film, it came out, terrible reviews. Critical disappointment, commercial failure. Made $58.2 million worldwide. They wanted to do a series of films, chat. I don't know if they do a trilogy, or if you will. I mean, this one follows kind of the big plot line that was part of the original, like kind of the ending, or like the second to last arc of the Dragon Ball anime before it became DBZ, which is with Goku fighting against King Piccolo, who at the time was just a demon, chat. And he was imprisoned by ancient warriors of Earth into like a little jar or whatever. And he was released from the jar, and he tried to wreak havoc, chat. This was before he was in Namekian and all that shit, before, Piccolo, which actually, Piccolo, who's called Junior, he's actually the son of King Piccolo, who is the bad guy of this movie. I'm speaking a lot of Dragon Ball nonsense, chat. We'll try to figure it out together. Now, give you a little context. I was back in my youth, chat, I was a Dragon Ball fan. I watched the Dragon Ball anime and then later Dragon Ball Z. So I have an idea of like what these characters are and what they should be. And, apparently the filmmakers and the writers, they looked at all that and said, nah, we don't need that. We're just going to take some of the aesthetic, like the basic aesthetic, chat. It's like, we're not even going to really adhere to it. It's like, yeah, we know Goku has the weird spiky hair and all that. We're going to give him a little... There you go, it's perfect, that's fine. It's like it's my hair, chat, that he has, except it's like sticking up like a little bit, and like in the back and shit. That's like, there you go, that's the Saiyan hair. Perfect. He has his ki, he has the origin blue ki, chat, and that's about it. Everything else, they make subtle references to the anime itself, like there's Capsule Corp and things, and, they have the names of the characters, Goku and Gohan, and Grandpa Gohan, and Master Roshi. Yamcha's in the movie, chat. Yamcha, he's terrible. I would have killed for like proper Yamcha from the animated series. This guy that they got makes Yamcha look amazing. I want to hang out with Yamcha instead of the fucking guy they got in this. Oh my god, the stuff they have him doing, chat. It is terrible. Happy St. Patrick's Day, generally. Good to see you. Does he explode? He does not explode, Austin. But he does burn his balls. He does burn his balls via hot lava air. Or as he calls them, his nads, chat. His nads. That comes later in the film. But yeah, chat, when this came out, critical failure, commercial failure. They were playing a series. There was rumors that they were going to do a complete reboot where it's just going to follow Vegeta in his youth, I guess, working for Frieza, I imagine. Him trying to escape Frieza's clutches. But that went nowhere. Anything of a live-action film, any capacity, that's been dormant. They're not doing any of that in the future, as far as I know. They might try again. Netflix might try, but we'll see. I wouldn't honestly, chat. Before we get into the review, do you think a live-action Dragon Ball film could work? I mean, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, I could definitely see it's a superhero film. That's what it is. I mean, it really is a superhero film. It just has like a kind of an East Asian aesthetic to it. Like the fighting styles and things. And even after a while, chat, like the Dragon Ball Z, they had the whole different fighting styles. They abandoned that just for fucking flying and punching and kicking. You couldn't even tell if someone had a specific fighting style, you couldn't tell at the end of the day. The only thing that you could tell that there was different between them is they each had like their different like ki blasts and shit. Like the Kami Kameha, like a Goku and Roshi and Yamcha and Krillin and Piccolo when he tried it that one time. But then Vegeta, he has the Gala gun stuff, like all that shit. Other than that, like all the Kung Fu, the proper different fighting styles, that was like Dragon Ball. But do you guys think that this film could work? Bird, no, can't work. Patrice Graphical, that's the accurate portrayal of Yamcha. Yeah, Yamcha sucks, yeah. I wanted animated Yamcha over this guy. I personally don't think it could work, but I'd go watch it. Well, I have the perfect film for you. Coco Chops is called Dragon Ball Evolution. In particular, I don't think a live-action adaptation of anything animated works. Has there ever? I mean, there's been a couple. I can't think of any at the top of my head, but there must have been some good ones at one time. Jaybird, welcome to stream. Hey, Chris, it just takes a person with the right to imagine. That's true, We just haven't seen it yet, chat. The only thing I liked about this movie is when they bullies called. Oh, I'll get into it. Giku. Oh, we'll get into it, chat. Little Tortilla Man, welcome to stream. Movie about a bunch of dudes with karate outfits and Ugg boots? No. A speed racer? I didn't see Phoenix Wright. I don't know. I don't have an opinion. Alita. Chris Ayers, you got it. Alita. Yeah. Alita Battle Angel. I'd throw that up there. That's a good one. That's a very good one, I think. Rocket Birdie, welcome to stream. Yeah. But, chat. Iron Laser, live action DBZ might work. You would need to watch the Neo versus Smith fight from near the end of Matrix Revolutions for. I mean, I think they could look at any Marvel movie now. It's like, oh yeah, DBZ fight could absolutely work. I could totally see that. That would be cool. That would be the part that the fights themselves would work totally, chat. My problem is just with the characters. Because I could see, you know what, I'm not going to give the movie credit for it. I'm not going to say, like, well, what they did was better than the anime. That's not what I'm saying. However, when you think of the characters in Dragon Ball, they're very one note. Extremely one note. Like, Goku, he kind of sucks as a protagonist. It's like, he's kind of a good person to a degree when he's called upon, but he's really selfish most of the time, and he's an idiot. And it's like, okay, so you have those three kind of things that make up who this character is. He's kind of a good person at times. He's incredibly selfish as an idiot. It's hard to root for someone like that, even to the point where in the original, it's become a running joke among DBZ fans and Dragon Ball fans. Like, yeah, we all know Goku's kind of. He's like, yeah, he's a 45-year-old man with the mentality of a 9-year-old. He's never grown out of that. That's frustrating. But you look at someone like Vegeta, it's like, okay, I could see someone like Vegeta working in live action who was a villain, who did horrible things throughout his entire life, but because of his situation and because of who he was with, he's like, he had a redemption story of sorts. Like, he had an arc throughout Dragon Ball Z. You saw the arc. You saw him change over time. I mean, he was a son of a bitch. There's no doubt about it. But that's what made him interesting. And that's why for a lot of people, he's a lot of people's favorite character in the franchise. It's like, I could see Vegeta working with Goku. That's the thing about this. I don't know if he could work as a protagonist. You have to make a lot of changes, which is what this film did, chat. And we'll get into it right now. We'll get into it right now. The point yeah, Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Exactly, KJ. You're absolutely right. Yeah, if anyone wants to see a fantastic, I mean, I guess, I don't know, adaptation or reimagining a Dragon Ball, watch DBZ Abridged. Amazing show. Look at our podcast, welcome to stream. But chat, here we go. We got all the background of DBZ, all that Dragon Ball. Now we can talk about the film proper. Chat, we start 2,000 years ago. The Earth is under the rule of King Piccolo. He says, I hate all these fucking mud people. I'm gonna rule the Earth and then destroy it. And apparently 7 mystics said, fuck that, we are done with that bullshit. And they trap King Piccolo into a little jar using the marmalade attack. I think marzipan, I don't know what it was called, Chad. There's some of an M, we're gonna call it the marmalade attack. They used the marmalade attack on Piccolo. He was banished into the little jar, chat. His minion, his loyal soldier, Ozaru, he left. He was like this giant ape, King Kong looking guy. He went away, chat. We never know what happened to Ozaru. And then 2,000 years, Piccolo has been in prison. And then, chat, we cut to modern day, and we see a very short Asian man training a very derpy-looking white kid. And they're doing some gymnastics, chat. And they're trying to fight, and it looks terrible. But, chat, after the little gymnastic situation, them just fighting, them doing really terrible CGI, key blasts, or just air. Funny enough, chat, this film makes a lot of references to, like, The Last Airbender in terms of what the moves are called, because they call key blasts, they go back and forth. They call key blasts airbending. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a whole different show. What are you doing? It doesn't matter. And so, chat, this old man and this white kid who can't fight for shit, you know, they wrestling on these ropes, but the old man, like, the white kid, he thinks he has the upper hand on this little old Asian man, but he underestimated him. And the old Asian man just fucking airbended at him, and then the white kid, he fell on the ground. He ate dirt, and that's what the old man said he would do. He was like, I'm going to make you eat dirt. And he said it in exact tone, chat. So already, we're in for some quality dialogue. So the white kid, he falls into the dirt, chat. He eats something, and then the old man, he gets, down on the ground. He's just laughing. He's having a good time. He's like, oh, Goku, you gotta be careful. It's like, oh, we are introduced to Goku, Chad, who's the white kid eating dirt in the ground. And then we're introduced to Grandpa Gohan, which we actually don't see that much in the original anime, Chad. By the time we're introduced to Goku in the anime, Grandpa Gohan is dead because Goku murdered him, as we all know. Became the giant ape creature known as Ozer, but we don't know that yet. And so already off the bat, Chad, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Now, I know technically, we don't know at this point, but especially in the anime, Goku is an alien. He's a Saiyan. But did it feel weird to anyone that he was not Asian? You know, Like any ethnic Asian. Did that throw anybody off at first? Because I'm like, I get what the movie's doing. Much in the same way that the Avatar: Last Airbender did it, where it's like, we're just gonna cast all the hero characters, all the main cast for the most part, as generic-looking white people. At least the main character as, and everyone else and all the other villains and stuff, they're just of other races. Did anyone think that was weird? The whole movie felt weird. Joey the Jedi, good point. The Ki Blast, it looks like airbending, so maybe it's like, okay, fuck, well, this doesn't look like Ki Blast at all. You know, kind of like pure energy fire blast. Let's just call it airbending, just so they can stop, criticizing us before they see the movie. I think that's what happened, but there we go, chat. I need another drink. Give me a second here. And so, Grandpa Gohan, he's just teaching Goku. He's like, listen, you gotta concentrate. It's the only way you're gonna get better and to be a true warrior. But even though Grandpa Gohan is basically training Goku to be a warrior, he says, don't fight with anybody, though. It's like, what? That is a fucking mixed message and a half, Chad. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And Grandpa Gohan, he doesn't explain none of that to Goku. He just fucking laughs and he does it a lot. He just wanders off and starts laughing. And he starts working on all his little tomatoes in his little greenhouse, chat. And Goku wanders over. He's like, oh, Grandpa Gohan, I just want to... Can you just teach me to be normal? I hate being different. And Grandpa Gohan's like, different's interesting. Normal's boring. Fuck those kids in that school. Just stay here with me and help me grow these tomatoes right here. And Goku's like, nah, I want to fuck girls. Goku is extremely horny in this movie, Chad, but he doesn't know what to do with it. Like, he clearly, he's got his sights set on Chi-Chi the entire time, but as soon as he starts talking to her, just a fucking mush mouth, chat. Mush mouth and a half. And he's asking his clearly senile adoptive grandfather, Gohan, for, relationship advice. It's not working. Grandpa Gohan's like, don't worry about it. I'm going to train you to be the ultimate warrior, but don't use any of these techniques. Help me grow tomatoes. Oh, by the way, it's your birthday. You know what? I'm going to give you this thing. I've had it all my life, and I think it's now time to give this to you, Goku. And he just unpacks it. And chat, lo and behold, it's the fucking Dragon Ball, or one of 7 Dragon Balls. And again, this movie, chat, much in the same way of The Last Airbender, it's just fucking word vomit. They're just throwing out as much information at you as possible because we have an hour and 20 minutes. They say it's an hour and it's an hour and a half, 90-minute film. No. It's actually like an hour and 16 minutes, I want to say. Hour 20 at most. And so they're trying to cram all this fucking lore from Dragon Ball into a span of hour and 20 minutes. And it doesn't work. It falls flat in its face. And the grandpa says, okay, listen, I have a limited amount of time before my death scene, which comes up in 10 minutes. So here you go. Dragon Balls. Here's one of them. Useless on their own. Completely useless. But if you bring all 7 together, you can summon a giant wish dragon, and it will do anything for you. Anything in your life, including talking to girls. It's like Goku's like, oh, Grandpa Gohan, you're always messing with me. And Grandpa Gohan says, okay, so I've had this for all my life. You go ahead. Keep it. You keep it, Goku, because as a horny 17, nearly 18, well, now he's 18 technically, chat. 18-year-old, you need a big fucking paperweight on your desk that also has magical powers, but technically doesn't unless it's reunited with the other 6 Dragon Balls. So you go ahead and have fun at school today. I'll see you later. So Goku, chat, he goes to school. And the thing is, this Goku, he's not the Goku from the anime in any capacity. And again, I'm not praising the film for this at all, but I can see why the filmmakers went, how do we make Goku work as a character? Because he doesn't, technically. Even in the anime, he doesn't. He's boring. He's just good for the sake of being good. He's incredibly selfish, and he's an idiot. So how do we make this work? And they realized, we can't do that. And they just said, okay, Goku is a completely different character. He's just a typical, Midwestern white kid. There you go. That's who he is, chat, with some weird spiky hair. And everyone hates him. So that's basically, he's Peter Parker, chat. He's fucking Peter Parker. He's Andrew Garfield from The Amazing Spider-Man. That is who Goku is in this movie. To a fucking T. Because everyone thinks he's a nerd or a geek. They call him Giku, chat. Because his name's Goku, and they changed some of the vowels, and they named him Giku. And that's what he's like. He's like this, for whatever reason, everyone hates him. He's labeled a geek, except he looks like a fucking Adonis. So it's like, all right, already, that's just bizarre. Jim, no, I am a Dragon Ball fan. I am a Dragon Ball. I absolutely am. I love Dragon Ball so much, but I understand its flaws. I grew up watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I've seen some of Dragon Ball Super. I've seen the movies. I went and saw Dragon Ball Super Broly. Don't question my appreciation for this franchise. I'm just telling you the truth. Anyway, so Goku, he's driving to school on his little scooter bike, his little Capsule Corp scooter bike. Little reference there. Chetty's driving, has a helmet on, even though it's kind of hard with the spiky hair and shit. He rides it, he parks it. I'll be clear, Chet. This is kind of shitty of him. So it's like a fucking motorbike, but it's not like a motorcycle. It's like a motorized bicycle. And he takes up an entire fucking parking space with this one little vehicle. Now, to be fair, when the car came up behind the sports car and just fucking rammed it and got sucked under the gears and the tires, that's a little rough. But still, Goku, fuck off. You could have tied that off with the other bikes, the bike rack. Don't take up a fucking parking space. That was some bullshit, chap. That was some bullshit. DBS Broly was a lot of fun. I agree with you, M. Xavier. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Young Rambo, my Scar and Lore Master. Good to see you. He doesn't, exactly. Doesn't, he's good. He likes food. He's incredibly selfish, and he's an idiot. That is a character. That's true. Those are the 4 attributes he has. That technically makes him a character. There's no question about that. And so these fucking school bullies, chat, they just crush his goddamn bike. Goku, he's very upset by this. And these guys, I think one of them named is Fuller. And they're bully number 1 and number 2, chat. That's all they fucking are. Generic bullies. Generic Stephen King bullies where they decide, we're going to punch you now. We're just going to try to hurt you as much as possible. And these guys, like Goku, he's like, you're going to pay for this, guys. And the boys went, okay, who the fuck just started talking at us? Oh, it's Giku. And everyone goes, ha ha, his name is Goku, but we changed the vowels and it's Giku. Very funny. They go over there chatting, like, what are you going to do about it, Giku? And, Goku, or Giku in this case, chat, he's like, oh, I could explode you right now, literally explode you. But my grandpa, despite him training me to be an incredible warrior, I am not going to put my fist through your head right now. So I'm just going to do nothing. And they're like, I thought so, Giku. And Giku, he's just the outcast. He puts his hoodie up, chat, and he goes to class. Meanwhile, we cut to the class, chat. And we got this professor. He's just talking about this solar eclipse, which is about to happen. He explains what solar eclipses are. And Goku, or, Giku, excuse me. Giku, his actual name is Goku, chat, I forgot. I'm on the bully side in this situation. He's looking over to his right, and who does he see, chat? Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, who later becomes his wife in the anime, the emotionally and psychologically abused wife of Goku, who then takes all that resentment of her husband and forces it on their son, Gohan, and just pushes him to be an academic and completely ruins his character for the entire series. After the Cell Saga, he sucks, chat. Cell Saga, Gohan was so fucking cool, the vein popping. Oh, Martin's puns. Oh, my God. Okay, but go back. We got rewind. So the actor who plays Goku, chat, Justin Chatwin, anytime he gets really mad, he has this fucking vein that just appears on his forehead, and it's just fucking pulsating the entire time. Anytime he's mad or concentrating or fighting, you just see this fucking vein. And when you think about it, it'd be kind of cool, especially when like Goku's like powering up and shit, but it's like, no, it just looks comical. So again, wouldn't really translate well from the anime to live action, as we can see with Mr. Chatwin. But it's ridiculous. Every time you see that fucking vein just pulsating on his forehead. Anyway, cut to the class. Goku, he's not listening to the professor talking about the solar eclipse which is about to happen in like a week or something. He's looking at Chi-Chi, who he will eventually psychologically and emotionally abuse in the future. And she will then take that abuse and put it on their child, Gohan. Now, he's just fucking daydreaming, and we see this fucking screensaver that appears behind her, chat. And she's just eating strawberries. Like, sexily eating strawberries. I don't know if Goku has, like, a food fetish thing or a fetish for strawberries, but Chi-Chi's just, like, the entire time, and he's just fucking just, he might have just started to unzip his pants, chat, and just start jerking it right then and there. But thankfully, the professor said, Goku, I'm talking to you. Please explain to the class what civilizations back in the day thought of the solar eclipse. And Goku, who is not paying attention, says, well, Grandpa Gohan, who you guys don't know, but he's my grandpa, He always used to tell me that 2,000 years ago, it was the sign of the 7 mystic warriors who entrapped Lord Piccolo, who is apparently a Namekian, not a demon, a Namekian, into a little glass jar. And this professor went, what? Wait, what? Okay. He's like, well, I hope that doesn't happen again. Everyone goes, everyone starts laughing at Goku. And then, chat, we cut outside to the locker room in the hallway, chat. Chi-Chi, she's struggling to open her locker up, and Goku, he's just watching. He's just watching her over there, like this. The entire time just being a fucking creep. And he's just watching her. She can't get her locker open, chat. She's got a paper where she's got to go to her next class so she can ace the class. She has got to give the professor the paper, but she can't. Because her lockers are open, and Goku, he just uses his fucking ki powers, and he blasts all the lockers open. And Chi-Chi looks immediately at Goku, and Goku just goes, huh. And he just takes off running, chat. He takes off running, the fucking creep. And then she chases after him, though, and she's like, Did you just do that? Did you open all those lockers? Like, it's like, she goes, you have keys. Like, yes, I do have key. I saw that you were struggling to open your locker. I just want to help you. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just can't control my abilities. She said, hey, do you want to, I'm having a party. Do you? Yes! Goku didn't, he just, again, no fucking social skills. He's been living with a crazy old hermit who apparently has a wonderful home, by the way. It's a beautiful house. For the past 18 years. No social interactions, chat, and just pent-up rage. He just wants to fight and fuck. That's all Goku wants to do in this movie. He wants to fight and fuck, but he can't. It's denied him, chat. 18 years is all that bottled up inside of him. And she's just like, great, yeah, you come to my party. Goku's like, yes, and he walks away really weird and awkwardly, chat. Then he goes home, and he's getting all spiffed up and ready for the party, chat. He's got his, some nice clothes on, not his key, nothing like that. Doesn't have his classic, G, chat, is G. Doesn't have his classic, orange and blue G on, nothing. But he goes, he's like, I'm going to fix my hair. I'm going to take just a fucking glop of hair gel. And just goes, ugh. He's like, perfect. And all poofs up. It's like, you can't keep those spiky little hairs down, Goku. No matter what you can do. Apparently, Grandpa Gohan knows nothing about the party because even though Goku shares everything with Grandpa Gohan, he did not tell him about that he wants to go to this party really bad. Grandpa Gohan, he's just making dinner for Goku. He's like, since it's your birthday, I want to make you a nice dinner. But he doesn't tell him any of this. There's no talk. There's no conversation between them at this point. It's weird. So he's making fucking. I'm not being racist, chat. But he's just making fucking chicken feet to eat. He's making chicken feet, like not chicken, but chicken feet, and like a very emaciated goose dish. I don't know. And he also makes him a chocolate cake too. I was like, this feels a little weird. But anyway, he's making all this shit, chat. Goku apparently leaves at some point. Either he goes out the window, he doesn't want to interact with Grandpa Gohan, or he just sneaks out or some shit. But Grandpa Gohan, he's like, I got a cake for you, Goku. He's like, Goku? And Goku's gone. Chat, Grandpa Gohan can't say happy birthday to Goku. He's already gone, and we see Goku. He's at Chi-Chi's house, which is interesting, chat, because she apparently lives in a fucking castle. And I wondered because, okay, so they're going to go in the whole thing that, Chi-Chi, her father's the Ox King, who's this very wealthy monarch, apparently, chap. It's like we never see a mention of the Ox King or her family in general. She just lives in a fucking castle. I think that was kind of a hint. Chat. I understood what they were doing. So he's just walking there, chat. But then, lo and fucking behold, we see the generic bullies. In generic bully 1 and 2, they have since been joined by 3 other generic bullies. So there's 5 of them at this point. Chat, and they're like, get out of here, Giku. We don't like your kind here. It's like, what does that mean? That's racist against Saiyans, chat. We don't appreciate that on this stream. And Giku is like, Goku, excuse me. Goku. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to fight. I'm going to do this for Grandpa Gohan, even though I totally disrespected him and didn't tell him when I was going. I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to make these sons of bitches beat the shit out of themselves. And this, again, it's not a good fight sequence, chat, because it's filled with CGI and actors who can't fight in slow motion to slow it down. It's terrible. But he's doing all these fucking kung fu, not really kung fu moves, and these guys just beat the shit out of each other, chaps, punching each other in the face, kicking each other in the face. slamming their hands against the car window, fucking blood, just like clearly they're gonna bleed to death because they hit a femoral artery, chat. It's not looking good for them. But then the fucking main generic bully, the king of the generic bullies, chat, Fuller, he had a name, chat. He walks out with Chi-Chi, and he's like, "What are you doing, Giku?" And Giku was like, just showing your friends here how to fight, even though I technically didn't fight right now. And Chi-Chi's just getting fucking hot and bothered when she sees it. She is all about the fighting. She sees what Goku's doing. She's like, yes! God, put a baby in me! That's all she wants, chat. Just put a baby in me! But we're not at that point yet, chat. So, Fuller, he proceeds to just take a fucking sword out of the ground and just runs at Goku. And Goku, he sees Fuller just coming at him right now. The guy behind him apparently also found a fucking sword in the ground. I mean, it makes sense. The Ox King's, homes, and he has a lot of swords and shit. He finds a sword, chat, and they start swinging. They swing, and then they fucking hit each other, and then and they go in other direction, chat, with the force. Thank you, Corgis love orgies. That's an awesome name. Thank you for the follow, you Huckleberry. Appropriate with Chi-Chi especially. Here we go. So, so they hit each other. Again, the swords don't really cut them or anything. They just I guess they were like stone swords or something. Anyway, they fucking knock each other out. Chi-Chi's like, fucking, let's go. Put a baby in me right now. Let's go and talk. So they just start talking, chat, and then we realize that Goku, again, has had no social interaction despite being in high school, and he can barely talk to this girl. And this actress, I don't know the actress's name. I don't know who she is. Jamie Chun. There's no chemistry between her and Goku whatsoever. There's nothing. There's nothing there. It's just fucking, it's just flaccid. It just looks like that every time they're in a scene together. It doesn't look good at all. Thank you, Jamie Chun. And so they start talking, and they start talking about their families. We never really find out Chi-Chi's family. Again, the Ox King, all that stuff, not mentioned. She's more curious about Goku. And she's like, oh, I know that you live with your Grandpa Gohan. What about your parents? He's like, I don't know anything about my parents. Apparently, Grandpa Gohan said, I'll find out everything I need to know on my 18th birthday. Just like that, chat. All word vomit. Just to deliver exposition when we get to the next scene. That's all this is. And she's like, and again, how do you respond to something like that? And they go, huh? Okay, that's how the scene progresses. They don't know what they're doing. And then, chat, we cut back to Grandpa Gohan. He's doing some meditation, chat. Got the cake right there. The candles, they've gone out, chat. Because Goku's not there. Oh, meanwhile, I forgot to mention. Oh, yeah. So Lord Piccolo, he's back too, by the way. Despite him being in the jar thanks to the secret marmalade attack, he somehow gets out. It's not explained how he gets out. He's just out. He killed some people. He got one of the other Dragon Balls. He killed this woman and her daughter. He's like, fuck, I don't care about these mud people. Give me the Dragon Balls. I need to collect them. Apparently, he has an assistant who I just figured out earlier, chat, is Mai, who was, oh, God. She was one of the henchmen of Pilaf, Emperor Pilaf from the original anime, who was like kind of the first true enemy of Goku in the series. Like a very comedic little blue demon character. It was Mai. I don't know why she's working for King Piccolo, but she is. It doesn't matter. So King Piccolo, he's back for some reason, and he sent Mai to go and beat the shit out of Gohan because he knows he has a Dragon Ball apparently, and Grandpa Gohan, he tries to hold his own. He holds his own with Mai, but then fucking King Piccolo walks in. Big Dick King Piccolo walks in, chat, and he apparently he does something to Grandpa Gohan. I think he kind of crushes his insides because he freezes him, crushes his insides, and Grandpa Gohan can't do shit. He's like, I don't feel well. And he's like, the Dragon Ball's not here, goddamn. We must escape. We must escape. And so they walk outside the house, chat, and King Piccolo, he uses his ki, and he brings the house down upon Grandpa Gohan. Meanwhile, we cut to Goku, who is completely failing and has no game with Chi-Chi, realizes something's wrong with Grandpa Gohan. He fucking goes off, chat. He arrives at the house, fucking, crashing and stuff. He finds Grandpa Gohan. He takes him out of the wreckage, chat. And he starts having a conversation. Grandpa Gohan's like, listen, here's my death scene I told you about what's going to happen. So, King Piccolo's back. He's been gone for 2,000 years. He's the Namekian I warned you about, what you told your science professor about in high school. You gotta he's going for the Dragon Balls. You got to get the Dragon Balls before he does. Find Master Roshi. He's a lecherous old man who does not live on Kami House. He just lives in a dilapidated a duplex somewhere. Go ahead and find him. He'll train you, and hopefully everything will be okay. Dead. Grandpa Gohan is dead, chat. There is no emotion between these two actors. None of it is conveyed. Again, the guy's like, "What happened to you, Grandpa Gohan? I'm sorry I wasn't here for you." It's like that level of dialogue. Like, Jesus Christ. I know. Listen, you don't have a lot. I don't think this filmmaker works very well with actors. But you gotta get more emotion out of these people. Come the fuck on. And he dies. And he buries Grandpa Gohan the next morning. He gets a little grave and shit. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go back to the house now and just get some shit so I can go find Master Roshi, chap. While he's collecting all of his things, he sees the door from the second floor open. He goes down there and he's attacked by this woman who tries to shoot him multiple times. And he starts wrestling with her. But they have a coming to grace moment, chat. Because she says, "You stole the progenitor ball from me and my family." And it's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I didn't steal anything from you. And he's like, "It's on you. I detected it." And she's like, "But yeah, it has. I know it is. The progenitor ball has 6 stars on it." And he's like, "Well, this one has 4. So again, no. And this is a Dragon Ball." And she's like, "Oh, I apologize." Again, this actress is just there to deliver exposition, chat. She's like, "My name is Bulma." Oh my God, we're introduced to Bulma, chat. And is she like Bulma from the anime? No. She is dull, and she pretends to be very intelligent, but it just comes across as just wooden, banal, generic dialogue, Chad. It doesn't help. No chemistry between her and Goku whatsoever. They have a conversation all about this shit. Like, again, she explains, like, I have been able to create and this is dumb from the anime, too. I've been able to track the energy produced by, as you call them, the Dragon Balls, and to track them using this Dragon Ball locator so I can track them anywhere on the planet. And Goku's like, "That's pretty cool. Hey, my name's Goku. You want to travel with me to a lecherous old man who can train me, and then I can protect you while you go search for all the Dragon Balls?" She goes, "Hell yeah." And they fucking take off, chat. And then they go see Master Roshi. With one, yeah, it's like a little hint of who Bulma, a little strand of, like, it's like purple and blue hair. Kind of because, Bulma's hair color has changed throughout the series to purple and blue all the time. That's what it is, really. Emmy Rossum, what the fuck were you thinking when you said, is that the actress who plays Bulma? It is. It is. I'm not familiar with her. What else has she been in? Emmy Rossum. Film. Oh, she's been in a lot of shit. Wow, she's been in a lot of movies. Still making movies. Television work, too. Mr. Robot, apparently. One episode. There you go. Good for her, chat. But, so, these two kids, they go off, chat, and they're going to go see Master Roshi. And I'm like, okay, how are they going to do Kami House? Because in the original anime, chat, like, Master Roshi, he's a hermit that lives in exile, pretty much. Because, I mean, probably for the mountains of restraining orders that he got throughout his entire life to stay away from women and underage girls. I mean, he might as well be a pedophile in the series, chat. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or ors about it. I mean, that's what he is. But no, he's just living in some dilapidated duplex somewhere in some generic city. And they go to him, and they find, what do they do? Oh yeah, I think they look him up on some generic, it's basically like a phone, they go to like, it's not important, chat, but they go to like a fucking phone booth, and it looks up like all the people's names. I don't know, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. But, like, they find him, and then they fucking go off, and they go to his house, chat, and they just open it. First, they just should have fucking knocked or said, "Oh, is Master Roshi?" But no, they're just fucking sneaking, chat. They're sneaking in. Bulma, she goes in one direction. It's like a fucking Scooby-Doo moment here, chat. Bulma goes in one direction, Goku goes another. Goku fucking clumsy. He knocks some shit over, and then upstairs, Master Roshi, played by Chow Yun-Fat, he hears this. He comes in, "Now you're a fucking thief!" And he starts beating the shit out of Goku, chat. It's like, that's satisfying. Good. He beats the shit out of Goku. Bulma comes in. She tries shooting at Master Roshi. She's missing. She starts blasting. She's missing all the time. Goku's like, "All right, stand back, everybody. I got this." Goku, he powers up. And he uses this specific move that his grandpa did to him where he made him eat dirt. He does it, chat, but it misses Roshi. Blasts Bulma. Bulma gets blasted all the way back. And she's injured horrifically. She's having a terrible concussion. And Master Roshi's like, "I recognize that. That is the Shadow Crane attack used by my pupil, Grandpa Gohan." And Goku's like, he's my grandpa. He's like, oh my god, you are son Goku of Grandpa Gohan. Well, I'm glad you're here. And then Chow Yun-fat, I think, is probably the best actor in this movie. I'm not saying he's good in it. He's not. But I think he realized, like, I am in an anime adaptation. So I have to be up to fucking here. I have to be at 11 while playing this character. And he kind of, again, he's probably the most accurate character throughout the entire film because he's a lecherous old man. He's got all the fucking swimsuit magazines. He's trying to be funny and weird. And it's like, that's very Master Roshi. So he's trying his best, chat, in this situation. And he's like, and he's doing the whole thing. I am Master Roshi, the invincible. Like all that shit. But then fucking Goku just says, yeah, Grandpa Gohan's dead. just a fucking mood killer. It's like, oh, you're bringing it down to their level now. And Master Roshi's like, what the hell happened? And he's like, King Piccolo's back. And Master Roshi's like, shit, how? Has that been explained at all? Hasn't been explained at all, chat. And so Master Roshi's like, okay, I'm going to train you to take on King Piccolo. I also have a Dragon Ball. Let me see if I can find the Dragon Ball chat. He's looking for Bulma. That's when we get all the swimsuit magazines. Again, references to his character from the anime. Okay, it's kind of fun. He can't find a chat, but Goku, he has the sense. And he finds the Dragon Ball. And he touches the Dragon Ball. He gets some fucking Aya Sauron type shit. Because he starts seeing all these fucking just destruction. And he sees Master Roshi dying. He sees Bulma dying. He sees King Piccolo just victorious. He's like, ooh. He sees Ozaru chat. He sees the giant monkey man just yelling out the whole time. He's like, that is not good. That doesn't sound good to me. He, at one point, Chad, I think he goes to Master Roshi, tells him, I don't know if this happens here or maybe later on in the film, he's like, every time I touch one of these Dragon Balls, I see your death, I see Bulma's death, I see King Piccolo victorious, and I see the Ozaru. Why, Master Roshi? He said, don't worry about it, it'll all be explained on your 18th birthday. He's like, okay, cool. And so, Master Roshi decides, all right, I'm going to take you to a secret training ground that nobody knows about so I can train you. We'll get you all pumped up and shit, and then we'll go look for the rest of these Dragon Balls. And they're like, hey, sounds good. They get our little, bike chat. Again, Capsule Corp bike that Bulma kind of throws out and looks, CGI's terrible, chat, but she throws this fucking thing out. It comes, like, not like a poof of smoke, but anything like that. But it looks like a shitty, it looks like a low-rent Transformer the way this thing pops open. But there you go. Loaded up. Goku, he's waddling with this giant pack of stuff. He's like, probably made more sense than just being the goddamn motorcycle in the back, but whatever. He's got a train, chat. And so they're heading out to this secret training ground, and it's oh God, what a terrible it's just a boring transition. Just Goku fucking waddling and running, and Master Roshi just feeling that ass of Bulma, pretty much. But they get to the secret training ground chat, and lo and behold, it's filled with people. And all these people are training for the martial arts tournament, which, as we all know, is from the anime, both in Dragon Ball, many arcs in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and maybe in Dragon Ball Super too, several of the films as well. And who else also happens to be there? Chi-Chi. And Master Roshi's like, what the fuck happened? Why is everyone here? Chi-Chi goes over. He's like, oh yeah, everyone knows about this place. This is where we all train for the martial arts tournament. Hi, Goku. Great to see you. I'm sorry Grandpa Gohan had his insides crushed. How you feeling? Goku could give a shit less about Grandpa Gohan. So, I'm doing okay. I'm just here with Master Roshi and Bulma. Hey, let's go, hang out for a bit. And they're talking, chat, at one point. And then, Master Roshi's training Goku for a good spell, I think, various techniques and things. Goku's bonding with Chi-Chi. Apparently, though, Bulma's like, oh, wait, guys, stop your training and shit. My Dragon Ball detector has detected a Dragon Ball that is no more than 3 miles away. And they're like, whoo, yeah, let's go. That's how the anime operates. She was like, oh, yeah, Dragon Ball's over there. So they go off, and they're driving. Everyone's in the motorcycle at this point, chat. They're just so excited about getting this Dragon Ball. But then as they're going, it's like, oh, it's right below us. But then the whole fucking road caves in, chat. And they crash into this hole in this cave system. They're like, what the hell happened? How do we get out of this big hole? Like, we can't jump. Like, Master Roshi, Goku, and Bulma says, we can't jump out of here. How are we going to escape? And then who's at the precipice of that hole, chat? Yamcha. Yamcha. This guy, you could not tell the guy was Yamcha or not because, oh, he sucks. This actor they got. I don't know who this actor is. June Park. Sure, whatever. June Park. Very old Yamcha, by the way. He looks like he's 45 years old. And they tried to make him look younger by, like, dyeing his hair blonde and shit. It's very odd. because they try to like hint at like, oh yeah, him and Bulma, you know, like a romantic, you know, relationship. It's like this doesn't work. It's kind of creepy, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I took a little bit of a nasty spill here. I can definitely help you out for payment. Bulma's like, no, you're the one who set up this trap, didn't you? He's like, I may have. And it's like, well, unless you pay me money, I'm not helping you get out of this hole. So you guys can fuck off and die. See you later. And so he walks off. He's waiting for them to just become emaciated and dehydrated, chat, so he can exploit them for money. Dick move, Yamcha. Dick move. He'll get his in the future, chat. He'll get his. They call him the Bandit, chat, much like from the original series, anime. And then, chat, Goku, he's just trying to jump up there multiple times, keeps failing. Bulma and Roshi, they just start a little fire. They're just talking. Roshi says, okay, guys, I have to remind everyone about the King Piccolo, because we've done it at this point 2 times already, both in the beginning of the movie and both when Grandpa Gohan died. Now I gotta tell you all about King Piccolo, how he was captured yet again for a 3rd time. Why? Why are you wasting time telling us something we already... Yes, King Piccolo, 2,000 years ago, in prison because of the Marmalade attack. We understand this, okay? But he told it again, except we have new visuals, because Master Roshi can control fire now? He turns the fire green, and we see it play out, and it's like, okay, great. And Master Roshi's like, all right, I gotta get out of here. And Master Roshi just decides to fucking jump out of the hole. We just told us before that no one could jump out of the hole. But Master Roshi K is like, all right, stop fucking around. You gotta help us get all our stuff out of here. But then he notices, chat, because the Dragon Ball is here. He's like, listen, we're gonna give you 1/3 of the Dragon Ball profits or whatever if you help us. Yamcha's like, yeah, I'll do it. I just also happen to have this weird fucking drill thing to get through the cave system to get this Dragon Ball. He's like, solid, let's go in there and get that Dragon Ball. So they go in there, chat. Yamcha using the big dick drill. He used the big dick drill to get to another cave system, and there is the fucking Dragon Ball. They take that thing, it's like, yes! We have a 3rd Dragon Ball, because we have Goku's, we have Master Roshi's, and we have this one. So, alright, we're good. We have more than King Piccolo at this point. I think at one point, King Piccolo, he's like, alright, well, we need more people, because it's just you and me, so... Let's take my blood and make the putties from Power Rangers, and they'll be my disciples. It's like, this is fucking weird. And so he sits in this BDSM machine, chat, and it sucks out his essence! It sucks out his essence, and it makes putties. And then at one point, we cut back to the gang, Goku and gang, and they are looking for a 4th Dragon Ball, chat, and apparently it's on a fucking volcano, where there's liquid hot magma and lava everywhere. It's like, this is very dangerous. It's like right next to you. That level of heat, you could pass out. And at one point, chat, Yamcha, he's just standing over like on a steam vent thing, and he just gets a fucking I don't know, it's like a gush, chat, of hot magma air right into this. He calls it his nads, and he says, my nads are burning, my nads. He's very upset by this, and it's like, okay. This is their attempted humor, I assume. It's like, you're not making Yamcha in any capacity charming. But, chat, he says, I see a Dragon Ball over there. It's like, how the fuck are we gonna get over that Dragon Ball? There's a lake of lava. What are we gonna do? And then all of a sudden, the fucking putties from Power Rangers attack, chat. And they start wrestling, and they end up just fucking hitting these guys so hard, they just fucking explode and get cut in half and shit. But every time you cut them in half, chat, another one forms. You cut the bottom half off of one, that forms into a new putty. The original putty, his legs grow back. It's like, shit, what are we gonna do with these guys? And so Master Roshi said, fuck them, floating in the goddamn lava. So they just chucking these guys in the lava, chat, and that kills them pretty good. But Goku realized, like, wait a minute. I have an idea. And so he starts cutting all these putties in half, chat, and starts throwing them into the lava. And or just cut them all in half. He's like, not doing anything with them. He's like, Master Roshi's like, what the hell are you doing, kid? He's like, I'm gonna make us a way across the lava, lake lava. And he's like, oh, good idea. And then Goku just throws these guys in there and makes a fucking stepping stone path through the lake of lava. Listen, we know he's a Saiyan. But it's like, and it looks terrible too, chat. This liquid hot magma lava, terrible. But he fucking just skips right over, and he grabs that Dragon Ball, but he's attacked, Chet. He's attacked, and it's Mai, who is the servant of King Piccolo, and they start wrestling, Chet. They start punching and kicking, but she's no match for Goku in the game. She's like, okay, I can't take this. The putties failed. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. So she goes off, Chet. And like, yeah, we got another Dragon Ball. Woo! Good. We now have what at this point? 4 Dragon Balls. We're going to get some more too. We need at least 3 more. But we know that Piccolo probably has at least 1 or 2. But we'll get the other. Oh, Piccolo. He also got another Dragon Ball 1 point chat. He got it at the bottom of the lake. He just destroyed that fucking lake. He's in like a big dumb airship too. Doesn't look good at all. I don't know if that's from the anime. I don't remember it at all. So he at least has 1. No, I think he has 3 at this point. So they have 4, they have 3. Then, chat, we cut back to the martial arts tournament that Chi-Chi and all the other people are participating in. Mai, she's fighting against Mai for whatever reason. And she's like, and then, they're fucking wrestling, chat. Mai, she cuts Chi-Chi's arm, and she's like, ow, why'd you do that? And then Mai's like, all right, I'm done. I'm backing out. And Chi-Chi's like, why'd you enter the martial arts tournament if you're just going to give up? Mai's like, I don't need to tell you anything, bitch. It's like, wow, that was a little ridiculous to you to say that. And so she walks out, but she takes some of Chi-Chi's blood, she puts it into a vial. It's like, what is she going to do with that? We'll find out in a couple minutes, chat. I'll tell you. Her and Goku are always hanging out, chat. Master Roshi, he's teaching Goku how to use his ki to create the Kamehameha. And Goku, he fucking sucks at it. He just can't do it. He's like, Master Roshi's like, listen, every person's Kamehameha is their own. Like, it's not a specific moveset. It's within you. You have to have, for whatever reason, you have to have faith in yourself, Goku. I think that's a common thing Master Roshi tells him. You have to have faith in yourself. And Goku always repeats it. Make the Kamehameha your own. Him and Goku and Chi-Chi, like, while Goku's practicing the Kamehameha, Chi-Chi, she comes over. She's trying to help Goku practice it. She's like, oh yeah, I know everything about the Kamehameha. It's a common move. He's like, what? How does everyone know about it? It's a secret move. It's like, I think it was a little subtle reference to the anime chat where apparently Master Roshi's Kamehameha, like it's totally secret, no one can do it, but then everyone else in the fucking series can do it. Alright, whatever. So he's like, listen, you gotta make your own Goku, and because he sees Chi-Chi there, chat, that inspires him to have faith in himself, and he uses his Kamehameha, colored blue here, but it looks terrible, activates it, and he turns on all these torches, and he's like, yay, that was the lamest Kamehameha in the world. But it hit Chi-Chi, she's like, put a baby in me right now, and they start smooching, chat. They're just smooching the entire time after that. We also cut back to Bulma and Yamcha. They're just, the romance is percolating, chat. They're just talking with each other like, yeah, the world can fucking end. Oh yeah, apparently when the solar eclipse happens, the world will end too, chat, because that's when Lord Piccolo apparently he's destined to get all the Dragon Balls, summon Ozuru, summon Shenron, yada, yada, yada. So we have a limited amount of time. We're 2 days away at this point. It's like, not good. We also cut to Master Roshi in one of the most fucking ridiculous parts of the movie, chat. Ridiculous. Roshi, he realizes, like, okay, there's only one way to take down King Piccolo, and that is to perform the Marmalade attack that happened 2,000 years ago. And so who does he fucking go to, chat? Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters, who is apparently a monk in this movie, and, like, they did Ernie Hudson wrong. They did Ernie so wrong in this, because they have him... I mean, they got him bald. I was like, I think I didn't put a wig on, but they have him wearing these Snow White, chat. These Snow White, like, scruffy eyebrows and, like, goatee, and it looks terrible. And they just have Ernie Hudson, he's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll be in anything. Just pay me. Dress me up, man. I don't care. Give me money. And he just... Roshi goes in, he's like, hey man, I need to learn the Marmalade attack and to make the jar thing. And he's like, we can help you make the jar thing, but if you do the Marmalade attack, it'll kill you. And Roshi's like, that's the way it is. And he's like, all right, man. And so Ernie Hudson, his monks, which I think is a reference to Krillin, because I think that's the place where Krillin comes from. I don't fucking know. I'm projecting, chat. I'm hoping. Adding something that might be of interest. So they make the fucking jar to put King Piccolo in. Roshi, he learns the Marmalade attack. Ernie Hudson says, good luck, buddy. And thank you, Ernie Hudson. That's the last time we ever see Ernie Hudson in the film. Fucking bizarre that he was in there. And then, chat, we cut to, because they're all sitting at the temple with Ernie Hudson. And Chi-Chi, she's walking out of Goku's bedroom. Is like, oh, Gohan, she is now pregnant with Gohan, chat. And Bulma, she hears some wrestling going on in the room next to her. She walks out, she sees Chi-Chi leaving the room. She's like, oh my God, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just, And like, oh, that's like, I see. Yeah, I got you. All right. You have Gohan inside of you right now. I got you. The thing is, chat, Apparently, this is weird to me because Bulma and Chi-Chi have not interacted with each other in the movie, and yet for whatever reason, they basically say it's like, oh, they know each other based on their interactions. Like, oh, how you doing, Chi-Chi? How does Bulma know who Chi-Chi is if we never see them interact with each other? Which I imagine is because of the fact that there are probably a lot of deleted scenes of this film, and we never saw them interact. So Chi-Chi, she just fucking goes off, and Bulma's like, damn. Good for Goku. And Yamcha, he walks out, not from the room, but he's like, whoa, yeah, good for Goku. I'm happy for him. He's like, yeah, good for him. And then Goku, he comes up down the hallway. He's like, how you doing, guys? He's fucking eating some food. I was like, oh my God. And we realized that was not Chi-Chi. Because Bulma, she takes out the Dragon Ball detector. Maybe it is Chi-Chi. And she's like, that bitch has the Dragon Balls. They chase after her, chat. And Chi-Chi, she starts running, she starts blasting them from behind. They're like, oh my, what's happening here? But then, chat, Chi-Chi runs into Chi-Chi, and we get a Chi-Chi fight. And then Chi-Chi and Chi-Chi, they start wrestling, chat. Goku, he busts through the fire. He can't tell which one is the right Chi-Chi. He punches one Chi-Chi, fucking knocks her out, chat. Eye goes in the other direction. Severe concussion. You know, Goku looks at the other Chi-Chi's like, are you okay, Chi-Chi? And Chi-Chi's like, you fucked up, kid, and shoots him. Shoots Goku, and is like, that was the bad Chi-Chi. And then Chi-Chi does a little thing, and it's my chat. That's what she used Chi-Chi's blood for. Apparently, she can disguise herself with other people using their blood with King Piccolo's technology. I don't know. That's what happens. Anyway, and so she goes off. She's got the other Dragon Balls. The Piccolo has the rest, and so they're going to summon Shenron now. She's like, this is not good. The team... Master Roshi, Yamcha, Bulma, they all see what's happened. She's fine. Her eyeball's a little derpy now, but she's okay. We're concerned about Goku, and Goku, he got hit so fucking hard by that gun blast, chat, that he's in the afterlife, and he's talking to Grandpa Gohan. He's like, Grandpa Gohan, what do I need to do? Grandpa Gohan's like, hey, man, I can tell you about the history of King Piccolo right now if you want. He's like, I don't. I'm going to tell you to it. So Grandpa Gohan tells the fucking tale of King Piccolo again. He says, also, Goku, just have faith in yourself. And Goku's like, yeah, and he's fucking brought back to life by Master Roshi. He's like, guys, I have the faith in myself. King Piccolo has the Dragon Balls. We gotta stop him or the world's gonna end. And they're like, okay, team, Bulma has the Dragon Ball detector, so let's just go. Zodiac, welcome to the stream. And Arrow Senpai, I saw you there too. Welcome to the stream. So we can track them, and so they all go off to search for King Piccolo and shit. At one point, I don't know what happens. At one point, like, Yamcha's running, or he's driving, like, he has a specialized car. It's terrible, because it's all CGI backgrounds and shit. You can tell he's not actually driving the car. And then he's like, I'm gonna drive off this fucking cliff. And I'm like, no, what are you doing? But chat, it's a hover car, so it's fine. It's fine. It was a little bit of a gag pulled by Yamcha. And so they go over to where King Piccolo, he's just about to resurrect Shenron, chat, to get his wish to rule these fucking mud people. But it's interrupted, and everyone's right there. Goku, he confronts King Piccolo while Master Roshi prepares the Marmalade attack. And King Piccolo's like, oh yeah, by the way, you are the Ozaru. You fell from the sky in a meteor about 18 years ago, and Grandpa Gohan raised you. And Goku goes, wait, what? And then Goku turns into Ozaru. It's like, what the fuck? How is that a setup? Like, we all know in the anime, and especially in the sequel series, Dragon Ball Z, that we discovered the big, shocking twist, actually, when you think about it, chat. You know, Goku, he's not human, he's not a little monkey boy or anything like that. No, he's actually from an alien, he's an alien from the Saiyan race, a race of warriors. He arrived on Earth. There's actually a planet supposed to rule the planet and destroy it for Frieza, funny enough. But because of an accident, all the programming got all fucked up in his head, and he just became like a little dumb, hungry boy. But the movie sets none of that up here. It's like, yeah, for whatever reason, Ozaru just worked with King Piccolo for whatever, I don't know. I guess maybe King Piccolo had like a deal with the Saiyans. I don't know. And he's like, yeah, that's all about, yeah, you didn't know that? He's like, no, I didn't. And he transforms, and the transformation sequence, chat, in the Ozaru is awful. It's like Sci-Fi Channel original movie awful. Like, they had $30 million. You expect, okay, well, at least they're going to spend most of their money on the third act. No, they don't. It's terrible. Fucking Ozaru, he goes after everybody, trying to get, because I think Bulma, she steals the Dragon Balls back from Mai. Fucking Mai gets her ass kicked, I think, at one point. And she's dead. She's done for the rest of the film. Where are we? Yeah, her, Bulma, and Yamcha, they're running. Master Roshi, he prepares the marmalade attack. It much like in the anime, it fucking doesn't work. Master Roshi, it basically kills him. And, or almost, he's like a near-death chat. Ozuru, Goku, he's like choking the shit out of Master Roshi, and Master Roshi's like, harder, harder. But no. He's like, Goku, this is not who you are. You gotta have faith in yourself. And even though fucking Ozuru just fucking chokes the shit and kills Master Roshi, Goku eventually, he comes to, he transforms back into Goku. And then chat, fucking Piccolo just floating. Just doing this. Because they got some shit wire work. And he's kind of going back and forth. You can tell. It's like, that doesn't look good. And then Goku's like, alright, fuck it. I'm going to use my Kamehameha attack right here. Piccolo's like, I'm going to use my generic ball of fire attack. Doesn't even give it. Not even the special beam cannon, chat. They couldn't even give him that. Nothing. But fucking Goku, he does the Kamehameha. And the thing is, it's so fucking lame. Because we usually, in DBZ, despite the fighting itself not being, like, it's no more about, like, the different kung fu moves and shit like that. It's mostly just punching, kicking, and the standoff with the blast, the ki blasts. And I thought, okay, at least we're going to get like a good ki blast scene. But they even fucked that up. Because as soon as Goku does, it's like, oh, Kame, Hame, ha, like all that. He just starts, he jumps. He flies towards King Piccolo while doing this. It's like, no, that's not how that works. And it doesn't matter. Fucking fly towards King Piccolo, I guess, explodes him. Even though it doesn't really happen because at the end of the movie, he's shown to be okay. And yeah, he defeats King Piccolo. He's like, shit, well, we did it, guys. We prevented the apocalypse, which is good. Oh no, Master Roshi's dead. That's not great. But we have all the Dragon Balls. You know what, Goku? You make the wish. You defeated King Piccolo. Do whatever you want to do. And you think, Chad, in this situation, maybe you resurrect your grandfather who raised you for 18 goddamn years, you know, who was the only parental figure you had, your only friends. Like, no, I'm gonna resurrect this lecherous old man I've known for less than the week. And so he just decided, Dragon, Shenron, and a terrible chat. Shenron, he comes out, looks nothing like he does in the anime. Just, he's like a really terrible CGI golden dragon. Resurrect Master Yoshi. Oh no, bring Master Roshi, bring Master Roshi life. It's like, okay. And Shenron does that. It's like, I'm gone, baby. And the Dragon Balls, they all fucking go disperse across the earth again, chat. All within like a 5-mile radius of each other, though, because that's what the anime does. And Roshi's like, woo, I'm alive. That's great. And then, you know, everyone's happy. Everyone goes back. Yamcha and Bulma are banging. Roshi's he's just jerking it back at a Kami house in his dilapidated duplex, chat. And then we see Goku and Chi-Chi, and, you know, they're having their nice little conversations. Like, why don't we have a fight sequence? Let's do like a slow-mo, stop at the midpoint before we make connection fight sequence. He's like, yeah, and they do that, chat. You know, cuts to them just about to punch each other. But then, chat, we get a stinger at this point. And we're seeing this Chinese woman, or woman of Asian ethnicity. And she's just walking in. She's got some soup or some tea. And she's going over to this bed, chat. And then who's in the fucking bed? It's King Piccolo. And King Piccolo's like, what the fuck did you wake me for? And then that's it. It cuts to black. And that was Dragon Ball Evolution. What? Why? He doesn't like these disgusting mud people. Why does he want to? I don't know. I think they're trying to set up the fact that, you know, because in the series, Piccolo Jr., the Piccolo that we know from DBZ, he is the son of King Piccolo, but Namekians, as we know, chat, they reproduce asexually, so he's just birthed via an egg that King Piccolo vomits before he dies. But in this, I think they're setting up that, yeah, fucking King Piccolo's gonna bang this girl, and they're like, there's Junior, this Piccolo Jr., it's gonna be weird. Very weird. That was Dragon Ball Evolution, chat. It is a terrible movie. I mean, it's just as bad as The Last Airbender. I think I hate The Last Airbender more, a little bit more, just because the Avatar, The Last Airbender is such an amazing animated series, and Dragon Ball is very, very fun. I mean, it has its issues. Come on, we can all agree to that. But for people who are diehard fans of DBZ and Dragon Ball, this is incredibly insulting. It doesn't give a shit. Mika Shibi, thank you for 25 biddies. I nominate Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li next. So I can add that if we hit my next stretch goal tonight or in the future. I could definitely add that. But no, this is insulting. It doesn't care about the show. I mean, it casts generic white people in all the lead roles, or at least a lot of the lead roles. It uses some of the lore, but it bastardized the rest of it. It's a hodgepodge abomination film, chat. This is not worth seeing, not even worth for a laugh. It's truly a terrible movie. It is nothing of value to it. It's an hour of 20 minutes of just watching hot trash on fire. This is a fuck you. This is a pure fuck you. Much in the same way. It's not like last year was like a low fuck you. I would give this like a solid. It's a generic fuck you. That's what it is. Awful film, chat. What about you guys? What do you think about Dragon Ball Evolution if you haven't seen it? Anime whitewashing always. Yeah, it was produced by Fox. That's right. It's a turd, Miss Macabre says. That's good. Trash. Endless trash. No Krillin. No, you didn't think Ernie Hudson was Krillin? It could have been Krillin. He could have been Krillin's dad, maybe. I don't know. I can never watch the whole movie, and you shouldn't, Twitchy Rascal. You shouldn't. I spent $4 to watch this. because of some of these I have to, I have to watch them that way, Chad. Because of your generosity and your donations, it allowed me to rent this movie for 24 hours, to sit down with a whiskey in fucking hand and watch that piece of shit. So let me raise my glass to you guys for your generosity. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. You are shaking the pillars, and you shook my pillars of heaven as we speak. Thank you. You overpaid at $33.99. I did, Zodiac. I can buy it for $5. Maybe I just fucking should have done it, Canon. Maybe I just should have done it. I was like, yeah, I'll have this. Maybe it has some use for the future. Awful film, chat. It's up there with some of the worst ones I've done. Like, Last Airbender, I think Biodome, I don't know. Like, not counting Biodome, because I hate Biodome. That's just there's nothing redeemable about that movie. But The Last Airbender and Dragon Ball Evolution are probably the two of the worst films I've reviewed so far. I've seen so far, part of this, my streaming series, if you will. Awful film. A nice $5 coaster. That would be good, Canon. Trial of Mana demo. Tomorrow, Chris. I've never played the original Trial of Mana. Neither cheaping. I buy it for $1 for a drunk pizza. That'd be good for a drunk pizza night, sure. If you want to do it that way, maybe you want to watch it with friends. The thing is, it's not funny. It's not like unintentionally funny. It's just boring and grating. But if you want to try it that way, be my guest.